Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been quite a while since I've been able to react to one of Analytical Vibes' videos, because, well, as you can probably tell, this was released 13 days ago, and what was I doing 13 days ago? Fighting off 15 rabid dogs in the content creation space. And so we're done. They're all in the kennel and they're going to be put to sleep soon, right? And, well, now I've got time to actually take a look at the actual good content in this space. Because Analytical Vibes is a creator who has been popping the off, brother. All you need to do is take a look at his channel. 10.4k subs in 57 videos. Bro might have one of the best conversion rates in the space. And of course, that probably means that his content is really good. This video over here is going to be focused on how woo-wah hate has reached generational levels. And it's focused a lot, naturally, right, on Wuthering Waves 3.1, the update, Aemeath, all of that. And I'm excited to see what this one's all about, because there has been a lot of drama. I don't think it's been that wild, just because the game is good. Let's get this one going and see what he's got to say about the story.
The Wuthering Waves story is currently experiencing generational hate on a generational level. I'm about to go on a generational rant. It's absolutely disgusting, the amount of people that want to see Wuthering Waves fail.
That's what happens when you create the best story in gacha history. Yeah, I will stand by that. Wuthering Waves 3.1 is a better story than anything that's ever been produced, at least by you could call it the big 5 gacha games. It's better than any dog Genshin has ever done. Better than any dog Honkai Star Rail has done. Miles ahead of whatever trash ZZZ keeps trying to put out, especially after 2.0. And Arknight's Enfield doesn't have a story. So, because you can't get any pulls in the game without skipping everything it is. So that's what everyone did. Yeah, that's why nobody talks about AKE's story. We all skipped it. Yeah, I think at least a solid 75% of the player base skipped the entire story. And you know you did too if you're watching this vid. Don't lie. Yeah, you did. You don't even know what happened in Valley 4.
The amount of hatred and vitriol some people have towards this game. Just recently, and by that I mean, I don't know, 2.5 weeks ago, a CN streamer had 220...
Yeah, that doesn't happen. You don't get 220k concurrent viewers during your story playthrough unless the story's good. That's a fact. Nobody's going to want to watch somebody react to something unless it's good. And do you want to know what the views were like in the space for 3.1's first half story? Bro, it is the most probably widely fucking watched story in gacha. People were hitting like 100, 200k naturally. Naturally.
1,000 live viewers during their 3.1 story playthrough on Bilibili. 220,000.
This post got downvoted? Yeah. Because r/gacha gaming is just filled with Hoyoverse players that get mad because their games are shit and Wuthering Waves makes it look way worse than shit.
1,000 people at the same time. This monumental achievement is a new record for every gacha game that has been streamed on Bilibili.
That's what happens when your story... I've said that a bunch already.
The story was so good that so many people wanted to see everyone's reaction at the same time.
Yep.
You'd think that this would be a cause for celebration, a cause to get the shame hand bottles, and let's all be happy together. But no, fun isn't allowed for WoA players.
Well, because WoA is a competitor to Hoyoverse, and Hoyoverse is their father.
WoA players aren't allowed to be happy about their game's success. Are you stupid? Didn't you know the game is actually end of servicing in a few minutes from now? You gotta do your research, man. Catch up. The game is dying.
Let me show you a game that's actually dying. You ready for this one? The arguments that they talk about for Wuthering Waves, where they're talking about like, oh my gosh, oh, it's doing so bad, oh, it's so trash. Let me show you a game that's actually dying. You ready for this? Bro, have you ever seen a game with this diabolical of a downtrend ever before? This is Arknight's Enfield. Release, right? Doing good, and then it's just like... Bro, I've never seen this before. Because this is their 1.1 devlog. And they promised in this devlog they were going to have so many updates, fixes, whatever, quality of life, all of that. And then it got less engagement. After their devlog, talking about how they're going to save the game, people are looking it up less. There's less engagement. That's a YouTube search. Look at the web search. Bro, wait. Oh my god. The web search makes it look worse because the announcement is literally not even a thing. I'm sorry, I was overstating how good it looked. Yeah. Oh my god. That was the actual impact of the devlog on web searches. And as you can see, it's at the lowest level the game's ever been. Only matched by release. Pre-release. Before release. This shit is pathetic, bro. And all this conversation that these Hoyo shill retards keep trying to, like, have on Wuthering Waves, EOSing all of that. Guys, you have an actual EOS target over here with this game. Like, take this narrative that you have for Wuthering Waves and just apply it to Enfield. Because that's actually what's happening to this fucking game. And every single metric should be telling you that. And the thing is, Analytical Vibes actually likes this game. So I feel like I don't know how happy he's going to be about my statements. But I think he knows. I think he knows. I think he knows. You wanna know why? Because that's the views on his latest video. So maybe he will enjoy my statement. I don't even blame him. I blame the game being shit.
On r/gacha-gaming, a completely innocent person made an innocent post simply detailing that Wuthering Waves broke this record. Their post wasn't even defamatory to Wuthering Waves, neither was it praising them too much. They were actually just reporting the news.
It's because Hoyoverse players are delusional and get mad about the dumbest things.
Their post, we can conclude they don't even play the game. It says an absolute crazy amount for sure. Congrats to them. They're just congratulating other people. And guess how many upvotes this post got? 0. It got 0 upvotes. In fact, even if it did get any upvotes, in order to have 0, it must have gotten a monumental amount of downvotes. So much that not a single person could like this post for that number to go up to 1. Surprisingly, this is just the beginning. This is not what makes the hate generational yet.
Reddit doesn't show negative numbers. It's just, it can be super negative, and when you try to upvote it, it just stays at 0.
Wasn't praising the game, wasn't sucking up to the game, denoting that a gacha game had a crazy amount of viewers on Bilibili, as news should, on a subreddit called r/gacha-gaming, and they couldn't handle it.
I mean, everybody knows the r/gacha-gaming subreddit is the biggest joke in the space.
r/gacha-gaming, more like r/Hoyo gaming. It's disgusting tribalist behavior. These people are deranged people. But this is not what makes the hate generational. Sure, that's bad, but let me tell you what makes it generational hate. A YouTuber known as Styx,
oh boy,
posted on Twitter describing the situation. He said in this post that the newsworthy accomplishment was downvoted into oblivion in r/gacha-gaming. A correct assessment of the situation.
Factual, as they might say.
And Twitter has community notes. And Twitter had one community note that claimed that this post was actually not downvoted into oblivion.
So, as you all know, community notes can be a tool for both the truth as well as misinformation. Let me give you an example of when I was mass brigaded via community notes by none other than the Brigader King himself. That's a good name. Let me show you a situation where it's been factually proven, right, that Mr. Pokey was just brigading the fuck out of me on Twitter with some of the dumbest community notes I think the space has ever fucking seen. Oh, logged out due to inactivity? Can you delete my account while you're at it, Enfield? For inactivity too? How about you make my account expire like you make Sanity expire, you fuckwits? Fucking hyper goof, bro. Let me show you an example of the community note that Mr. Pokey's community brigaded me with. Orknight's Enfield earned 1.2 RMB in its first month. Far from worst gacha launches. Wuthering Waves, right? This was a post where I don't even mention Wuthering Waves at all. Enfield is now in Remember, this was over 2 weeks ago. Enfield is now in desperation mode to retain its players after one of the worst 1.0 launches in gacha history. It turns out 2.5 pulls for your endgame is enough of a slap at the face for players to quit. Who could have predicted this? Sorry, that's just the current. Remember, that post was made 2 weeks ago, so once again, I'm just telling you that I'm fucking right. Like I always am. Anyways, going back to it, right? I was community noted en masse by this absolute ding-dong. And you wanna know what was said? Wuthering Waves did worse with optimization, translation, and dubbing issues, which Wuthering Waves was never included in the post, so who knows why it's in the community note. Oh, wait, right, we're trying to stoke the flames of gacha-tribalism because we're Mr. Pokey's community. Enfield only had a brief PayPal problem, which was promptly fixed. You want to know what they're describing as the fix in this community note? Bro, this retarded community note maker and these stupid fucking brigaders, bro, they called this a fix. They turned the PayPal button off And these guys mass community noted me and said it's a fix. They turned it off. And it's been off since the launch of the game. It's been off since the game released. And they called that the fix in this community note. That is how community notes can be abused by a subhuman IQ player base or community. Because how do you describe a person that describes this as fixed? They called this fixed. You go to McDonald's and you want a McFlurry, and they tell you, we can't do that. We fixed the ice cream machine. What do you mean you fixed it? We turned it off, so it's fixed. They're so stupid, it's unfucking believable. But that is what community notes can end up becoming. It's unfortunate. So that's my experience with those bad boys. I've learned, yeah, well, when you put the power into the hands of a community, it can do very good. But if that community is retarded, they'll do retarded things.
It actually had people who liked it, completely ignoring the fact that the reason that it was no longer downvoted into oblivion was because Styx made a post about it, causing Wuthering Waves players to go and like the post. It ignored the correct timeline, claiming that because the situation was now fixed, it was not downvoted into oblivion in the first place.
So like I said, you have retarded people making these retarded community notes. And thankfully, this one didn't get upvoted because, well, I assume there wasn't like a super dumb community going in to just brigade it. Unfortunately, the same can't be said about my post. And you want the funniest thing about this shit is? Let me give you a bit of an update on that post. Oh, it got removed. Oh man, the community note got removed.
And then there was a second community note that community noted the first community note saying it actually was downvoted. A community note correcting the previous community note? That is generational hate! These people are mentally deranged, unwell, stupid people. I've spent my fair share.
Hey, yo, he popping off right now. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like Analytical Vibe be getting into some of this dorama content, bro.
Time trying to be a non-tribalist. Primarily because there's no point.
But they're too retarded for you to stay silent. Guys, it's really hard sometimes as an intelligent person to stay silent when you see so much stupidity around you.
The only people who win in tribalist behavior are the companies. They don't care. They get their money either way. But I am starting to be radicalized.
You do?
Truly mentally ill. You cannot reason with them. You cannot argue.
Dude, he is... Wait, he's crashing out.
With them, all you can do is ignore them because they will pull any reason
But it's a justified crash out
of their butt cheeks in order to tell the theory that Wuthering Waves is cheating or dying. It doesn't fit their narrative that Wuthering Waves is actively dying, and to see the game succeed boils their blood. What really is so shocking about this is that you can just scroll right past it. Like everything people do all of the time. When you see a YouTube video and the YouTube video has a thumbnail you don't like, you just scroll right past it. It literally doesn't matter.
Depends. If the thumbnail is accusing you of several crimes, then sometimes you can't do that. If you know, you know.
Cares. On Reddit, you can do the same thing. You see news that you don't like, you just scroll right past it. Who gives a flying crap? But not them. No, they have to let their discontent be known. Oh my goodness, the comments under this post are mentally ill.
Oh, I can't wait to see him, bro. Yep, hey, I'm ready to lower my IQ by a couple of points.
They would say things like, oh, kind of a strange thing to report. What are you talking about? I guess the subreddit isn't called r/gacha-gaming, it's r/Genshin Impact, but that's the only game you can report on. Some of these people even accuse that CN streamer of viewbotting, and that's the reason why they were able to break all record.
You know who else got accused of viewbotting? Yeah, me. Yeah, somehow, somewhere, I get accused of viewbotting. No, I'm sorry you don't have viewers because nobody wants to watch you. It is what it is.
Not because the story's great, not because the story's fantastic, but they must be viewbotting. That's the only plausible explanation for why Wuthering Waves is good, because...
And by who I'm talking about accused me of viewbotting? Let me show you who accused me of viewbotting. Yeah, this dipshit over here accused me of viewbotting. I wonder why. I wonder why she accused me of viewbotting. Who else? Who else accused me of viewbotting? Yeah, this guy accused me of viewbotting. Bro, I'd be sad if I had 83 CCV. This is 83 views on a 2-day-old video. This is why you stay in school, kids.
If the game is dying, they have to fake being good because everyone knows that when a gacha game is dying, it accelerates to death. So the only way for Wuthering Waves to halt its quickly approaching death is to fake views. Truly mentally deranged people.
You wanna know who's probably gonna start viewbotting like crazy soon, though? I'm not even joking. I actually do think AKE is probably gonna start doing like some passive viewbotting somehow to just make the game not look like it's fucking shit. Bro, it hasn't stopped going down since release. It literally has not stopped going down since release. This is blowing my mind. This is blowing my fucking mind.
Salt that is emitting from them is so tangible I can almost taste it. People even saying, don't look up who owns the biggest stake of Bilibili shares.
It's Tencent. Look, it's Tencent. Haha. Look, Tencent is buying it. Cause Wuwat.
Okay, buddy, you need to take your pills. He's implying, cause Tencent owns a lot of Bilibili, Tencent pressured Bilibili to viewbot on their Wuthering Waves stream in order to boost up the game that they now own a majority share in. Deranged people. The worst part is I'm forced to come to the defense of a multi-billion-dollar organization that no one cares about because of outlandish—
Bro's out here defending Tencent, but it's like, it's your civic responsibility because the misinformation is so retarded.
Claims that Wuthering Waves can't possibly be successful from a good writing. Unbelievable. Miserable people, man. The entire subreddit is just pathetic. There are 360,000 people in this subreddit. You'd think that some portion—
360,000 bums
of them would actually be interested in celebrating gacha games? Wrong. There is no line these people won't cross. There is no depth they won't go. Let's check out what No Worldliness 7420 has to say about this. His name suggests that he's some kind of godly man. That's a Christian reference. He writes, I don't want to spoil the fun of Wuwa fans, but knowing Wuwa handled by Tencent is most likely Tencent's usual public marketing stunt to manipulate—
Guess what they're not doing is they're posting on the subreddit. Playing Genshin Impact, playing Honkai Star Rail, or playing Zenless Zone Zero. They're not there to talk about games. They're there just to shit on other ones and not play the actual games.
People opinion, lol. It's not really a stretch when you see Tencent blatantly inflating views using bots on their popular games like League of Legends, and you can even see them blatantly botting on Wuwa main channel. Guess what games this guy plays? You guessed it, Genshin Impact and Hoyo games. The subreddit should actually be called r/anti-Wuwa gaming. The situation has since changed. A YouTuber known as Styx made a post about this on Twitter, and a lot of people saw that post. And then Wuthering Waves players flooded the community in order to upvote the Reddit post. So if you were to look at the Reddit post right now,
reverse brigading,
you would notice that it has a lot of upvotes. So the
get fucked
situation has been resolved.
But this is the thing, right? That's basically hostile territory if you're a Wuthering Waves player. Like, you could go in and I think you could say that DeWay murdered your entire family and get upvoted. I think that post would get upvoted in r/gacha gaming. But, like, if you had a post where it's like Solon Lee, like went into, like, a burning apartment and saved, like, 17 families, that would have 0. 1,000,000%.
But that doesn't take away from the story or the generational amount of hate that occurred. There are other comments on the post that we can go through together, but I just don't have the energy, time, or care to go through all of them together.
Well, yeah, you're just basically saying, hey, viewer, I don't think it's worthwhile for us to look at the ramblings of literal 10 IQ individuals. And I would agree with that take.
The whole point is that it's a cesspool of just insufferable Hoyo players.
Yep.
I want you to know that Wuthering Waves is actively fighting a 1v9 against every other person in the space.
I don't know. Does that remind you of something? I don't know. Where do you get that terminology from?
It is us versus them. That's literally what it is. Any day someone tells you you are endlessly—
That seems like a reference to something.
Glazing the game. The game's not that good. Why are you saying so many positive things? I want you to know that if you don't say positive things about the game or even report the news factually, no one else will. You are not overcomplicating the game. You are speaking positivity in a space where none exists.
And that's the reality of the situation, guys. People still accuse me of mindlessly glazing the game, even after I just took vicious shits all over WoWA during 2.7 and 2.8. Bro, it was like dookie after dookie, especially when it was like 3 months of like no combat events, and there was like some dog shit mini games, right? With like Frolova's fucking shitland. What is it? Fucking shitfire survivors, bro. That shit was terrible. And then you had like the tower defense game that almost made me uninstall for like a day, right? Bro, that tower defense game was so dog shit, it was insane, bro. And like it was needlessly actually difficult at the ending stages. Like, to the point where it actually pissed me off. Bro, that tower defense game pissed me off so fucking bad, it was nuts. Should have been top-down view? Yeah. Imagine having tower defense in a 3D... Go fuck yourself. Tower defense was fun. Time him out for, like, 3 days, please. I don't want to see him type no more.
Only people who are going to compliment Wuthering Waves is you, if you play the game. I don't mean to suggest that I'm trying to foment tribalism because I'm not that type of person. I'm simply noting that I need to get all of this out of me now because it's unlikely that I'll say all of this again.
This is bro basically saying, this is my crash out.
I don't care what your feelings are on Wuthering Waves. If there are newsworthy news, you can just scroll past it like a normal human being. It's almost as if these people aren't normal. Like there's some kind of...
You're asking Hoyoverse players to be normal. Being a long dedicated Hoyo player, like that's been playing their game for multiple years, it requires you to have several mental disabilities. So that's basically it. Unless you're a content creator who's making money off the game, you are not a normal person if you're playing Hoyoverse games. I think that's pretty much established at this point, right? You're not. There's something probably wrong with you.
Normal, like there's some kind of virus, some kind of Hoyo virus that has permanently affected their brain and changed how to think properly. Because I'm an empathetic person, perhaps the most on the internet, I almost feel bad for them because they're literally...
You should. They're... Like you feel bad for a rabid dog that needs to be put down.
Literally in an abusive relationship with Hoyo. Have you seen Varka's animations? It's absolute dog water.
All right, now, bro, yeah. Oh, bro's getting into the shit talk now. Varka's animations are definitely one thing. But what about Varka's?
Okay, shred him.
I need to hear the elemental skills, bro. Sorry, I don't want to hear that shit. I need to hear the elemental skills, bro.
Burn. Freeze. Fry!
Fry! Freeze!
Stormwind!
Stormwind! Bro, he sounds like... I don't know, bro. It's so bad.
Sunder!
Sunder!
Up the ante!
I just wait for his burst, bro. His burst is goofy.
Barrier sweeping in! Charge!
You wanna know what I'm so sad about? Is that Enfield, this game I've been shitting on so much, actually has some of the best EN voices I've heard. But maybe it's just this bitch, actually. That's fucking Chinese. Like, I really like Levy's EN voice lines, but the game is so bad.
Your end is nigh. I shall cremate darkness.
It sounds
Let
better in
that
game, actually.
twilight burn!
Like, those are actually good, right? Especially that last one. Yeah, that last one is good.
Burn!
And it's like, bro, she did such a good fucking job with this shit. And then you just see, like, the shittiest thing ever in, like, fucking Genshin.
It's absolute dog water. It's so bad, even Hoyo players were saying we waited 5 years for this. He's weak with terrible animations. They literally are stuck in an abusive relationship and they are running defense for their game.
Like I said before, you gotta have several things wrong with you. Freeze!
Wuthering Waves has tons of problems, but at least whenever something comes out, the people who play the game enjoy it. Genshin players don't even enjoy the game that they play. Everyone has their own relationship with Wuthering Waves. You don't even have to love the game. I imagine you probably has your own issues with the game, and you're probably just neutral about the game, whatever. But I want you to know that some other people hate the game so much that even neutral posts are seen as negative.
Yep, and this is the thing. I don't even, like, glaze the game that often, even close to anymore that I used to when the game was, like, super under attack like a year ago. They still say that I'm, like, mindlessly glazing it to this day. Because this is the thing. It's just a better game, and I simply don't critique it as much as other games because there's nothing to really critique. What? Oh, am I gonna go make a post about how the performance is dog shit in fucking Star Torch Academy? I could, but then the entire video would be in 10 FPS, right? So, like, that's why I just don't do it. I just say the performance is fucking terrible in that place for no fucking reason, and they tremendously fucked up 3.0 because of that. But otherwise, it's like, I mean, what else is there to really say is, like, bad? Oh no. Like, some of the characters need some buffs? Yeah, sure. They absolutely do. But I've already critiqued that, like, 4,000 fucking times. So it's like, yeah, I mean, at this point, it would just be rehashing old videos that I've already made critiquing the game.
Disgusting.
Sender! That's gonna be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he just left me a good old pause over here, so I guess I needed like 20... Because it was like an additional 10 seconds for me to go, like, say something, so, yeah, awesome video from Analytical Vibes. It was really fun to see the crash out. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know what you all thought. Peace.